Now that I know how to eat and what to eat, it's a no-brainer.
Hey everyone, welcome to our WarriorBabe interview with our veteran WarriorBabe, Emily. Emily, it's been 1 year, almost 1 year on July 9th as a WarriorBabe. You started out at 163-ish pounds, and your goal at first was to lose 4% body fat, right?
That's right.
And you wanted to do it by your birthday by November. So putting in perspective, guys, let's think about last year when she started. That's about July, August, September, October, 4 months. And you crushed it.
I did. I got more than I wanted, and that's even better.
Yes. So you said about around 6% body fat. And now you weigh up to this date, 150 pounds, that being a total of 13 pounds, which is incredible because if you look at your transformation photos, you're like, ain't no way that's just 13 pounds. Your transformation has been absolutely incredible. You have completely changed your body composition. You are shredded. I have some quad envy on you.
Oh, stop it. Hey, you started all this, so I had to just try and follow.
Love it. Also, your support and inspiration inside the community is speechless. I love seeing your post, your encouragement to the other babes. So everybody, Emily is here today to share some pointers for you, babe, so that you can adopt some of her strategies for your own journey moving forward. So welcome, Emily. I'm excited to have you here.
I'm excited to be here.
Yes. All right. Let's kick it right off. So tell us your story and how you got to where you are now.
Okay. And like you had said earlier, I think I was scrolling ironically on social media and Facebook, and I'd see this chick that has these shredded arms and abs, and she's got these ropes doing this, and I'm like, okay, what is this? That is you, girl. I was like, okay, I need arms like Nikkiey Stott is all I know, because she is freaking shredded. She's got the arm vein, which I like. That's part of my goal too, is to have the arm vein. It's getting there, but I'm working on it.
You're getting there.
So anyway, so I clicked on and I read everything because I'm kind of getting nerdy when I'm into fitness stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I've tried Weight Watchers. I've tried keto. Dear Lord, I've tried a stupid Slim Fast shakes, not working. I tried it all. And it worked for a little bit. And then it's like, you give up. And then I'm like, oh, well, I eat good during the week. But then comes the weekend and I eat like shit and I drink. So let's see. That doesn't work. So anyway, so I was like, I'm going to join this WarriorBabe. I'm like, I like the name too. So I was like, let me get in on this. This is freaking awesome. So I signed up and I did and I also meant to tell you that I had heard the whole macro stuff and I was like, I don't know how to do that. And, I was kind of like really hesitant, but I was like, you know what, I'm going to do it. So sure enough, it took me almost 3 months to learn how to do the macros. Cause I was like, I can't do it, but I'm like, can't does not work with me. I will do this. And so I did it. And like you said, I'm almost a year in. I decreased my body fat by almost 6% within 4 months. I love to work out. And now that I know how to do the macros, it's easy. I love it. So now I'm here.
I love it, babe. Love it. And so when you talk about macros and your journey with it at first, the first 3 months, you talked about what you've previously done, keto, Slim Fast, all those kind of things. How would you compare that to the macro side of things now that you have learned?
Black and white. It's like, you think you're eating good. You have your chicken or whatever and, broccoli, rice. I mean, really, just your healthy food. And honestly, I would eat okay, but I wasn't eating enough. And so now that I know how to eat and what to eat, I mean, it's a no-brainer. Before I was like, oh, you eat good. And no, I mean, I could eat good, but it was maybe 1,200 calories a day. And then maybe 10%, 20% protein, just, it wasn't enough. So now that I am a macro expert, I'm in, girl.
You're a macro genius now.
No, Not quite, but it's work in progress.
I love it. Oh, I love it. There is something else I was going to ask. Oh, okay. So in terms of so what was, when you started those keto and the Sunfast, what did you think you were going to achieve with that?
I thought I was going to lose fat. And, lose fat. I'm going to tone up. I'm going to get those shredded abs. Because, I was working out with it, but it was just a terrible combination, Yeah. So losing fat that's not the way to do it. Just saying at all.
How many years did you do keto and everything like that? Or there's other programs?
Gosh. Okay, so I had my daughter in 2005, and so 2006, 2007, I was doing Weight Watchers, which I did. I mean, I lost a little bit of weight, but I mean, honestly, I got bored because it's like, okay, it was working, but it really wasn't working. So then I was like, oh, what's this keto thing? It's almost like a little rabbit after something. I'm like, ooh, what's next? Let's see if I can find the next diet to make me skinny. So I did keto for honestly maybe 10 months. And I lost, again, you lose it. But then once you go back to eating normal, it comes right back, if not double time. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll go back to my whatever healthy eating in my eyes was at that point. So I gave up on that. I didn't like it. Yeah. Plus, I couldn't eat any carbs. And I was like, yeah, no, this is not going to work. Sorry. This relationship, I'm already breaking up with you, keto. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Carbs away. I'm out. Sorry. Peace.
Yeah. Deuces. Bye. Yeah. Nice knowing you.
Now you're eating all the carbs, right?
I love it. Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So that's such an inspiring, your journey, watching you inside the community. Like I said, you're so supportive, but then you throw up your transformation photo and I'm just like, hot damn. Where did that come from?
I learned how to flex and it helped.
Exactly what I was. My jaw dropped when I saw that in the community. I was like, what?
I know, I'm so excited. I pretty much have the same thing every other week. I just switch up proteins. I have a Chick-fil-A filet. I have the Chick-fil-A grilled nuggets. I have ground turkey. I have salmon. I mean, you can still, if you're out and about and you're like, oh my God, what am I going to eat? No, you can still have protein. You just have to, IIFYM, if it fits your macros, it's going to work. So you just make it work. It's like, the puzzle piece, that one piece that you can't find. Once you lay that down and bam, your masterpiece is there. So
solid.
Yeah.
Well, you turn to
my psycho brain takes over. And it's one of those, ain't nobody going to bring me down. I'm going to hold you down. Oh no, I've got to keep on moving. I mean, it's...
Oh my God, I fucking love this. This is great.
I'm serious. I'm like, if I can't take accountability for myself, who the hell else is going to? I mean, you got to own it. You got to own it and make it your little bitch. So
that's damn great. Hashtag make it your bitch. Don't be a little bitch. You be a bitch.
That's right. Hell yeah. Seriously.
Yeah. And absolutely, you're preaching. You're 100% right. You got to be on point with you, and you got to make the time for you to get the shit done.
Seriously.
You got goals, because your goals ain't going to get nowhere if you ain't going to put the work in.
You might as well not have any if you ain't going to put the work in. Just saying. Yeah.
Yes. That's damn true. So going from, keto, Weight Watchers, the things that you've tried, how do you deal with the psychological side of things with eating more food to get you to the goals that you've accomplished so far?
So that was major number one, hard. I'm just going to be honest. Like I told you, the first couple months, I was like, oh my God, how in the hell am I going to eat all this food? It's going to be like a freaking job. I'm like, I already have a job. I'm good. I don't need another job. But once I figured it out, it was okay. But it's like a little game. It's almost, I think you referred to it as Tetris. It's like a Tetris or a puzzle piece. You have to just make it work. And that's what I've done. It's not overnight. I know a lot of people think, oh, well, if it's not working in 2 weeks, I'm not going to do it. You can't do that. I mean, you have to own it, and you have to want it, and you just have to go through the process. I mean, like the 2 weeks of the emails that you get when you first sign up, I did everything. I posted that, and I still have it. The WarriorBabe mantra is what I call it. I have it when I brush my teeth on my mirror. I have it in my closet, right where I get dressed. And I have it actually right here. I'm at my desk computer right now, and I have it right here. So I look at it all the time. And you know what else is funny? If you sing it in your ear while you're brushing your teeth, it's almost like 2 minutes. So it's like, hey, this is a win-win, right? Did I totally brush my teeth?
Row your boat and the WarriorBabe mantra as your
As a WarriorBabe,
yes.
I realize that I'm badass. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's like the little things that matter that people don't even think about. So
hell yeah,
yeah,
so spot on. And would you say like your belief system around that food, did that get completely shattered when you were like, I'm eating this and I'm what? I'm dropping weight, I'm getting toned, like what?
Yes. I mean, food is fuel. And I think you've said that a billion times. I mean, this program just goes to show that food is fuel. And I used to be the person that would be like, oh, I'm not going to eat anything before I work out because that'll burn more calories and I'll be shredded. No, you're going to freaking pass your ass out is what's going to happen.
Yes.
So, I mean, and I have been preaching to all my friends at the gym now that I can go back to eat. Because I have so many friends that believe that, well, if I don't eat, then I'll burn more calories and you'll burn out your freaking muscle if you do that, you idiots.
Keep reaching that.
Eat, and eat.
To hear that. I don't know what this, like, I think it's either from the way that, people were brought up, they're watching their parents, the whole internet and everything saying that, this, just eat less, blah, 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 blah. But there's so much scarcity around food.
Yes. It's terrible. I mean, I'm like, would you go drive a car without any freaking gas or oil in it? No. They're like, I'm serious. Like, no, you're not going to do that. So don't work out on an empty stomach unless you're doing cardio. I mean, you can do fasted cardio, but weightlifting, you might as well just go back to sleep. So no.
Reach that. Because your muscles are active tissue. Y'all, if you don't eat, man, you're just dipping. It's counterproductive to what the results that people want. It's literally counterproductive. You are eating away at your muscle stores if you were doing a workout fast, a weightlifted workout fasted.
So true. It's so true.
and this is a little side note, but like with weightlifting and eating, there's so many people that think that they need to do HIIT all the time. What's your take on that?
This is my take. Not all the time. No. Again, yeah, you might feel good and sweat good. And that's another thing. I'd be like, oh, well, I'm sweating and I burned all these calories and I was doing HIIT classes. And that's, I just kind of go off on tangents so you can stop me if you need to. There is a trainer at the gym that noticed when I was losing the weight in the beginning, he said, oh, well, I've noticed that you're upstairs because upstairs is where the weights are and then downstairs is where the classrooms and stuff are. He's like, I noticed you haven't gone to class in a while. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm on a new program and I've got some goals and I'm going to get shit done. And he told me, because he was the one that did my body fat that in November after I'd set my goal, he goes, because if there was, what did he call it? If there was a customer or a whatever of the month, that would be you. He goes, you have shown that you don't have to do classes all the time and do HIIT to get tone. He's like, and he goes, you have been like real example. It kind of gets me teary-eyed, but yeah, it was pretty awesome. So I was like, boom, HIIT is good on it's like moderation.
All you need to do weights, resistance with the weights, and cardio. You can do one HIIT if needed a week. Depends on your body type. Obviously, it all depends on your body type. But yeah, I mean, I see the women leaving, like literally at the gym yesterday. I was watching the women leave the classes. I'm just like, I just want to like go into that class and stand in front of everybody and be like, you're doing the wrong thing.
Yes. I just want to be like, get out of there. Go upstairs. It's okay. Everybody's scared. They're scared. And I'm like, it's okay. Just ask and just figure it out.
Yeah.
So,
got to become stronger, more confident version of themselves to walk themselves. I mean, but I do get it. Like, were you ever intimidated by the weight room at all?
I think maybe in the beginning, but then I'm so like, screw it. I mean, okay, yeah, there's, got your big muscle heads, and you've got the girls that have their hair down and their makeup on, and they're like, ooh. And then, they got their phone. Oh, wait, texting. I'm like, if you're going to text, get the hell off the machine. Like, I'm not, like, what are you doing? But yeah, no, I get it. But I'm kind of the mindset, all you can do is, you can ask, and all you can do is say no. So I'm like, I'm going to go up there and I'm going to make it happen and make that weight room my little bitch. So,
yeah, exactly. It's so many, you're saying it so well. And so many people are worried that they're watching you. People are watching you, and people are just worried about watching themselves.
Yeah.
They're not worried about watching you.
Not at all. Unless you're doing something awesome and you look good. They're like, oh, what's she doing?
Yeah.
Then that's a different scenario.
Yeah. So at the beginning of a lot of Babe's journeys, and maybe you can speak on this because it took you a little bit, like it took you 3 months to kind of get used to the macro side of things, but a lot of new babes struggle with hitting their macros or planning ahead. So what are some pointers that you can provide them?
My number one advice is I use the MyFitnessPal, and I know there's some other ones out there to track your macros. Do it the night before or the day before. Like, have it done so when you wake up, it's a no-brainer. You wake up, you're like, oh, I have to eat, 50 grams of protein. I have to have carbs. You just make it happen. You do it the night before, because if you do it the day of, it won't happen. It won't work. You won't eat enough, or you'll eat too much. So my best thing is do it the night before or the day before. So you can, what is it? Plan to fail to plan, one of those two. This shit's real. Like, absolutely. It's legit.
Yeah. Absolutely. You get to if you're not tracking the night before, which is a common thing on these interviews, it's saying plan ahead, plan the night before. You are setting yourself up for success. If not, you're gonna be one of those people that I yell at all the time. Like, you're having a hard time hitting your numbers. What are you doing? Are you tracking the day as you're going? And yes, you're gonna hit that wall hard.
Seriously, you're going to fall down. Yeah.
You're macro hoarding at the end of the night. You're going to be like 70 grams of carbs, 15 grams of fats, 30 grams of protein. There's just no way.
I know. It's so true. It is so true. Because I think that was another thing that I was I was staying up like way too long trying to figure it out. And then I was like, once I figured it out, I'm like, okay, I got this.
So if it took you like a little bit at first to start, but how fast can you do it now?
Oh God, like 3 minutes. I mean, less, 2 minutes. I mean, because I know what I'm going to eat, and I just put it in, and MyFitnessPal, and it pulls it up. Heck, especially if you use it all the time, it's like, oh, chick out fillet, and it'll be like right there, or egg white, blah, 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 blah. Just fill it right in. It's awesome. I love it.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. So what is some advice that you would give someone who is just starting their fitness journey?
Trust the process. It's one of those, you want it now. I mean, who doesn't want to be ripped overnight? Okay, well, we all know that doesn't happen unless you go to like, LA and you get like 500 nip tucks, squeeze, pull, pinch. That's not healthy, people. In case you're wondering, don't do it. But no, in all seriousness, trust the process. Have patience. It will come. I mean, it sometimes it sucks, and sometimes it takes longer for people. Sometimes it's quicker for people, but everybody's different. Everybody's built different. You have to just trust in yourself and have patience and know it will happen. So that's my best advice.
Put in the work. I love that. That's so spot on. Say it louder.
Trust that process.
Oh, that's great. All right. So what does being a warrior babe mean to you?
It means that I'm a badass. I'm just going to say that. That's my number one. And it means that I can set goals. My computer just totally freaked out on me. Sorry. I can set a goal and I can do it. And before I would set a goal, but then I'd be like, it's not working after a couple weeks, so I'm just going to forget it. this stuff works. Like, it makes me feel empowered. It makes me feel literally strong, physically, mentally. And this community is amazing. I mean, like, you cannot get a better community. I mean, we all lift each other up. We rant, rave, pump up, bring down, but we all are one. And it makes me feel really good. Honestly, I feel badass, you know?
Hell yeah. Strong is the new sexy.
Hell yeah. And I always put "is" in a capital whenever I hashtag that, because it is the new sexy.
Yes, you do that. That's awesome, babe. That definitely, every word you said is what WarriorBabe is. You know, empowerment, strong, badass, sexy, having the body that you want, knowing that you can do it. And everybody comes together and supports each other on their goals. I love that. That's awesome.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. It is. I love it.
Yes.
WarriorBabe for life. Mm-hmm. Hashtag that every time. Mm-hmm.
I wonder who's going to get the tattoo first.
I'm in. I'll do it. My cousin's a tattoo artist, so we can all go see him.
Oh, yes. Nice. All right. So before I ask some of the closing things that I normally ask, is there anything that you want to be able to say to the babes that are listening in terms of inspiration, motivation? I mean, you pretty much nailed it on the head, but is there anything else that you want to say to them?
Gosh, just believe in yourself. And a lot of times people get so frustrated and my macros aren't working. And I've had a couple of the babes reach out to me that have been nervous. And I'm like, y'all, don't be nervous. We're here to support each other. You know, believe in yourself. Don't rush it. Don't get so stressed out that you're like, this is not going to work. Forget it. Don't. You know, just take the time, read through when you first start out, read through all the emails, listen to the videos, do it a couple times. I mean, you know, if you have to just stick your earpod in, or AirPod, I always say that wrong, by the way, earpods, yeah, whatever. Just listen to it. It's like my mantra. You know, I am a WarriorBabe, and I am so proud to say it out loud. You know, believe in yourself, trust the process. It will come. I promise.
Spitting bombs right there. You're spitting bombs. I love it. Yes. All right. So with that, what would you say your favorite snack or your macro combo is?
Oh, that's hard because I like everything. So my favorite snack. Okay, so I love the caramel, however you say that, caramel rice cakes with peanut butter and sugar-free jelly. It's like one of my favorites. I love just for an easy snack, those Built protein bars are pretty good. Sometimes when you're on the go and you can't, go whip up whatever. That's my favorite. Those are probably my two favorite snacks. Cause again, I'm a creature of habit. I like what I like, so I'm going to eat it.
Yeah.
And and the rice cakes are great. And they got a crunch, which I love to have a crunch. And peanut butter and sugar-free jelly. I mean, hi, win-win.
See, you still have the foods you love and enjoy. You just got to make them work.
That's right.
I love it. And then what's your favorite muscle group to be trained? What do you love working out?
Ooh.
Look at those shoulders. Like he looks
like, ironically, I was just going to say shoulders. I love shoulders, and I love yours, and I love Madeline's, because y'all's like, I want the pump. I want it. That's the best. That and legs. I love legs. I mean, I did that today, and it's a love. Everybody's like, God, how do you love legs? I'm like, because I burn over 600 some calories just doing the weights. Just do it. And that's what I posted today. I'm like, you guys can burn calories doing just weights. But I love legs and shoulders. I had to pick two.
That point that you just said is so true. You can burn everyone's always focused on the calorie side of things. So you can burn calories working out, and then you burn them even longer after that with the muscles recovering.
Oh, yes, you do. Mm-hmm. For 24, 36 hours. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Say it loud. You need to hear that, because someone about the number in the day, but it's the number over time. It's the process you're doing.
That's right. You burn it and you keep eating to fuel that burn. So yeah, baby. Mm-hmm.
Yes. What a way to close it out. I love it. So for those of you who want to learn more about the programs that WarriorBabe offers and how to get started, go to www.WarriorBabe.com and become a part of thousands of women getting toned and becoming stronger, more confident versions of themselves. Just like Emily shared with us, babe, thank you. This was a fire interview with you. Super high energy. Your results and transformation have been amazing. And the input that you just shared, it's just massive golden nuggets. It's like, listen, literally guys, like listen to what Emily has just said, rewind this and listen to everything, bring it into perspective for you and employ the strategies that she's employed on her journey, because her transformation is insane.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here on this interview. I appreciate you.
Oh, you're so welcome. This was so fun. And thank you so much for letting me share my story, because I could probably talk all day and you don't want to hear that.
All right, everybody. With that being said, we are tuning out.